In a free world, we pay people for their skills, don't we? You pay the baker for the bread because he knows how to bake it better than you. You pay the electrician to do the wiring in your house because you don't know how to do it, but he does. You pay the guy who runs an internet cafe to do photocopies and printouts for you because he has the equipment and he has the expertise to be able to edit your documents so that they are printer friendly because you don't know how to do it, right? You pay the tutor to teach your children after school because you don't know how to do it or you don't have the time to do it. So why is it any different with these people who are selling info products? At least I feel like it's something legit. Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing one aspect of the creator economy. All of these people who are making educational content and then they either sell you a course or a community. So without further ado, this is today's essay. You see, people think online courses and info products are scams because most of that information can be found with a few Google searches. What those people are not accounting for is how much time the creator of the course or the info product has spent scouring through all the different Google searches and like search sources of information on the internet, just reading hundreds of hundred page articles, just reading hundreds of 100-page articles, you know what I'm saying, making sense of them, and then presenting them in one place in a way that a mass market will understand. Because if a group of scientists at like Stanford or Wits University, they do an experiment or they do like some research survey, the jargon they are using, I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty boring though. It's really boring. It's not some shit you want to sit right through and like read through like 91 pages just to understand that a cell works this way. So this creator takes all those 91-page articles, 103-page articles, 51-page articles from Boma, Stanford, Vids, UJ, Harvard, whatever. And then now they are the ones making sense of it. They are digesting it for you so that it's easier to understand. It's kind of like when a mother bird chews up the worm and then the worm is all mushy and stuff so that the baby bird can eat it. So this creator is serving as a mother bird who goes out there, they get the tough ass earthworm, they chew it down to a format that would be easier for the baby bird to swallow down and digest. And that's exactly what it is with like online courses and info products. It's not that these people are trying to scam you. They are just making it more accessible. And I don't think there's anything wrong. I think these people deserve to be rewarded for their efforts in the fact that it takes work, bro. It takes work. Think about your classmate at school who is really good at the subject you struggled with, right? When you went and you talked to them, that person, if they were able to help you, they explained it in a way that was much easier for you to import than the teacher was. Even though you and him or her were in the same class at the same time, listening to the same teacher saying the same shit, but you didn't understand what the teacher was saying. And that's fuck, what's with these fucking hiccups? You didn't understand what the teacher was saying. And that's why you have to go to him now and ask him, yo, Swanel, can you please to explain this to me? And now Swanel, because he's your peer, he understands the kind of jargon you might import. He explains it to you in terms that you will get, right? So how is it a scam for Swanel to teach you the same concept that the math teacher did in a way that's even better for you to understand than the math teacher? The only reason you don't consider that a scam is because Swanella probably isn't charging you for it. And it's the exact same logic with online courses and info products and communities. So there are also skills that it takes to be able to synthesize all of that information. Skills that you don't possess, skills that this person possesses. And in a free world, we pay people for their skills, don't we? You pay the baker for the bread because he knows how to bake it better than you. You pay the electrician to do the wiring in your house because you don't know how to do it, but he does. You pay the guy who runs an internet cafe to do photocopies and printouts for you because he has the equipment and he has the expertise to be able to edit your documents so that they are printer friendly because you don't know how to do it, right? You pay the tutor to teach your children after school because you don't know how to do it or you don't have the time to do it. So why is it any different with these people who are selling info products? At least if like it's something legit. If it's something legit, a lot of people will call it a scam simply because they are not willing to put in the work required to achieve the results that this this course, this info product, this community is teaching. Like say for example, um, in fact, I am gonna do this soon. I was planning to. Yeah, someone is teaching you how to run a business that they have already successfully run, right? Like Iman Ghazi. He is teaching most people how to run a marketing agency because he has run his own marketing agency and he has gotten it to a few $1,000s per month. So he knows that's something that people would be interested in right? Iman goes and records tons of videos teaching people the step by step or like the mindsets needed or the tools that they will need to have in order to run marketing agency as successfully as he has. So should he do that for free? Of course not. It's a skill, it's certain things that he has picked up along the way that he has now been able to synthesize in a way that is easier for others to understand. But there is nothing wrong with Iman or anyone who does a similar thing teaching other people how to do that for a fee. There's nothing scammy about it. The only people who think this kind of thing is a scam are these low level thinkers who haven't really opened their minds. And those are the ones who are always guaranteed to never get results, even if they buy the course or the info product or they join the community, because they are hoping that it is guaranteed. They want it to be a guarantee, and the only guarantee is your own level of effort. This guy has already outlined the steps. He's done it before you. He's outlined the steps that it will take for you to reach the level he has. But you want for you as soon as you pay that $497 for it to be guaranteed. And the only guarantee is that you follow the steps exactly as he did, with maybe slight iterations along the way based on your environment and based on you being a fucking intelligent human being who realizes that your circumstances are not the same way. And then you will eventually reach the goal that this person has, right? I think a lot of people are just entitled. This might alienate a lot of people. I know a lot of people might have clicked off a long time ago, but a lot of people are feel entitled to results. You know, like for example, with incels, they hit on girls, and then those girls don't want them, and they get angry because they feel entitled to female affection. People who get mad at major corporations because those corporations take advantage of their labor. They feel like I'm playing such a small role in this company, and yet they only pay me this much in proportion to the small role that I pay because they're entitled. They feel like they deserve more. They haven't realized that in the grand scheme of things, they don't run the marketing department. They're not even part of the marketing department. They are not even part of product development and design. And they are still angry at the fact that they don't get as much as some people who play more pivotal roles. I'm not saying that what they do is useless. I'm just saying what they do is easily replicable. And similarly to the incel example that I was saying, an incel is easily replicable. You can find a guy who plays video games in his mom's basement, like anywhere. Like they are 90% of the guys in most neighborhoods. Okay. And the fact that he feels like he has been wronged, like there's an injustice against him because of the fact that this girl didn't like him. This girl who could have easily found just another guy just like him. That's where it comes from. Okay. So fine. The person who was buying the course, they wouldn't have had the patience to read hundreds of scholarly articles and learn graphic design and learn how to create the product and set up the education system for themselves. Hence, they see the value in buying that system from someone else who has already done all of those things. These are the people with like, these are the actually clever people. If you're offended by that, that's fine. You see, some people are just good at building systems, and some people are just good at executing on those systems. But the weird thing is, people have been buying education systems for a long time. Like, even internet advertisements and email marketing are not new things. They've been around here for like at least 10, 15, 20 years. I don't know when the dot-com bubble burst. I'm still a relatively young dude. But even before the formal education system, these things were there. But some people haven't really wrapped their heads around the fact that the most logical, some people haven't really wrapped their heads around the fact that the most optimal education systems, at least, hmm, okay, at least in the modern era, are on the internet because the internet dominates everything. All life, bro, or at least if you want to be successful, you have to be on the internet. Even people in the rural areas, unless they know somebody from around their neighborhood, if they're looking for someone who can refill their fridge with gas, they go on the internet. If they're looking for a paralegal or an attorney, they go on the internet. They go and find an internet cafe somewhere or they search on their phone. If they are looking for someone who can sell them livestock, they go on the internet because the internet is the easiest, fastest way to find exactly what you are looking for, right? And that's the point I'm making about this whole creator economy is that hmm, it is a giant pyramid scheme. But just because it's a pyramid scheme doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Because there are people at level 5 awareness and there are people at level 1 or 0 awareness. And those people at level 1 or 0 can always be customers to the people at level 2, 3, 4 because they simply just don't know as much. But just because these people at level 5 are leveraging their knowledge, their expertise to be able to help the people at the lower levels before them and make some money doing so. It doesn't mean they're necessarily scammers. It doesn't mean that they are necessarily evil. Like, would you call Alex Hormozy a scammer simply because he's on YouTube making videos every week about how you can grow your business? No. He's a dude who has achieved a much higher level of awareness than you in the field that you are currently trying to conquer. And if Hormozy had decided to sell all his knowledge as a course, that still wouldn't make him a bad person. I've seen a lot of comment sections and testimonials about people who are saying like the stuff Hormozy says shouldn't be free. The mindsets he teaches, they shouldn't be free. So why are the other creators evil or scammers for knowing more than you do and then teaching it to you at a price? But anyway, I've rambled long enough on this subject. If you got any value out of this, stick around for more insightful takes like this. Like, comment, subscribe so that the algorithm knows to push this video out to more people who need to hear this. You know, to more people who are a bit idiotic about the nature of the creator economy. And then I'll see you in the next one. Peace.